So we're in a brand new tutorial workflow right here, and we're going to get stuck straight into this. So we're going to add a new workflow trigger at the top. In this case, we're going to say, for example, an appointment status. And in here, we're going to select a particular calendar. Let's say it is a consultant call in this case. And we're going to add a filter to say the appointment status is showed. So as soon as this appointment status is showed, it'll activate this trigger. It's a good idea to name your triggers exactly what they are. So we could say appointment status, book a consultant call, showed, and save. And now we literally see what our trigger is right here. Then we want this request to run a minute after this is actually marked. So we're going to go and add a wait step. We can use the search to search for the wait step. And we're going to have a 1 minute delay, but we're also going to make sure this only sends Monday to Saturday between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. That way we can say we just want to send this at that time if the user is working either really early in the morning or late at night and they don't want the message to go straight away. They can still mark the appointments as showed, and they don't have to worry about it sending out a message at 2 o'clock in the morning. So we can rename this wait 1 minute, bracket send 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Saturday. And then we're going to send the SMS. So we click add and we click send SMS. And we pop in our message. In case you are wondering where these parenthesis fields come from, those are custom fields. So for example, custom value, contact, first name is the first one there. And then we also have custom value, your account name. Those are the two dynamic fields that are used in this message. And again, we can rename all this, SMS requesting score. Then we're going to add in our wait step that precedes the condition. Okay, so we're going to add a wait. Now this is not a time delay. In this case, we're going to scroll down and we're going to wait for a contact reply. And we're saying we're replying specifically to the SMS requesting score. And here we're going to put a timeout step that we want this to time out after 2 days. So if they don't reply to this within 2 days, then it's going to just advance to a branch that is none. So we'll end the workflow. So we'll say wait 2 days for reply and save. Then we're going to add our if-else conditions. So we add a new step here. You can actually search for this. You can just type if and type in if-else, and here go our branches. So for our first one, we can say 5 and we can say contact reply, and then select replied message contains 5. Okay, so there are different options here that you can explore, but in this case, we're saying the replied message contains 5, and that's the extent of that branch. Now we're going to add another branch. This one we're going to call 4, and we're going to go contact reply, replied message contains 4. And I'll now go ahead and add the remaining 3 branches. Okay, so I've added my 5 branches here, 1 through 5, and I'll hit save action. And now you can see here are our conditions. Branches 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and none, which is the conditions if none of these are satisfied after this 2 day for reply. From here, we're going to add on our automated response to those messages. So we're going to put in a 1 minute delay here. So I'm searching for a wait step, and we're going to advance one. We're going to say wait 1 minute. As an optional step here, you could put an advance window here so that if you feel like that if the person actually replies at 2 o'clock in the morning, you don't want the automated response to go till 9 the next morning, that's where you would set your advance window just here. For this tutorial, I'm just going to say wait 1 minute. Now, an important step for efficiency, I'm not going to add this to these other steps yet. I'm going to build this one out first, and then we can actually copy it across to the other branches. So next is we're going to add in the SMS. So we add SMS and we put in our message, and we're going to call this one SMS fantastic, and save the action. Now, in the example you saw, we chose to take an additional step for someone who had a 5 response. However, I'm not going to build that yet because we want to use the copy all action. So we go up here to the wait 1 minute and we hit these 3 little dots here and we select copy all actions from here and we go copy here and we put it on 4. Now 4, we wanted a slightly different message, so we can change that. Oh, and we see a little typo here. Thank you, thanks you, thank you. And we could say that's the message here. Okay, we could say great. Right, and then we could save. Now here, that's the same one I want for 3, so I can use the 3 little dots, copy all actions from here, copy here, and then we have that one again. I'm going to do the same thing here, copy all actions from here and put it here. Now 2 and 1, I wanted a different message. That's up to you exactly what that message says, but the point is that you can customize that for a poor review. Okay, so we're saying poor, and now we've done that, we can now copy all the actions and copy them just here. Now that we've got our branches worked out here with our custom messages, we do have the option to add an additional step on the back of this one. And so if you want to know what we did there, we added a wait timer. This is up to you. You could wait 5 minutes, you could wait 5 days. We're going to say wait 3 days. We'll put an advanced window on, Monday to Friday, 9 till 5. And again, I can rename my action up the top here, and I can go wait 3 days till Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And I know exactly now what this wait timer is doing because I've labeled it with the detail of what's happening. And then I can choose to either send it another SMS directly, or I could add a tag, add contact tag. In this case, we don't have one. There we go, review request, add tag, and I can label that review request. So that concludes this tutorial about how to actually use conditions, how they work in terms of your branches, your segments, and the conditions within those segments. One final point, if I didn't already explain, it's really important that you make sure that your segments, for example, here on this screen, your segment C, doesn't match segment R or something like that. Otherwise, your workflow won't function as you expect. It is only possible for a contact to go down one particular branch. Okay, they won't go down 2 branches if they satisfy both conditions of the branch. It will go down the very first branch that satisfies the conditions and the segments. In other words, when you're setting up the segments in the builder, it's top to bottom, but when you're looking at the workflow left to right, like on this screen here, whatever is the first branch where it finds a segment which is satisfied, it will go down that branch. It will not also go down subsequent branches if they are also satisfied. It just goes down the first one it sees, and then it's gone. And one final step with this, it's a really good idea to test your workflows with if-else conditions. And when you do that, it's really important in your settings that you do have your allow multiple set to on, because if you're going to add your test contact in, remove them, do it again, and you're wondering why it's not working, you might have allow multiple off. So make sure that's turned on. And while I'm on the screen, if you do have conditions to do with responses, make sure you have stop on response turned off. Because if that is turned on, as soon as they reply to anything in that workflow, it's just going to eject them from the workflow.